you, Jehovah Shaddai. Thank you, Jehovah Elohim. Yeah, my Father, will give you praise.
You provide the Spirit.
We worship you.
I will open up inside.
We worship you.
Fill me, oh God. Fill me, oh
Thank you, Father. For in Jesus' name we worship. If you are alive, shout amen better.
Yes!
Hallelujah. Are you grateful to God?
Yes.
If you are grateful to God, wave your hands endlessly. Wave those hands to Him. Thank the great God of heaven and earth. Thank Him. Blessed be your name. The owner of my soul, the bishop of my soul. Thank Him. Thank Him. Jesus' name we worship. Thank you, Lord. Oh yeah, go on, go on.
You are not you're not my Lord. You're not my Lord. You're the God of open door. No man can shut. You are not a man. You're not a man. You're not a man. You're the God of everything. No one like you.
Thank you, Father.
Yes.
All right, let's go into prayer and worship Him. Thank Him. Just thank Him. Just thank Him. Thank Him. In Jesus' name we give thanks. Please ask your neighbor, say, what is today's date? Answer now. Clap for Jesus. Say, neighbor, I prophesy to your life. Whether you like it or not. Whether your enemy likes it or not. Say you will see the end of 2019. Say it well again. Say, neighbor, whether you like it or not. Whether your children likes it or not. Whether your loved one likes it or not. Say, I demand and decree you and your household will see the end of what? Of what? You believe, say it loud and clear. Give the Lord a clap of praise. Hallelujah. Thank you, Father. We're going to take just a few prayers. There was one major prayer that was prayed in the night of wonder. Genesis 41 verse 2 was read. And Daniel was also read. And they were saying the same thing. Imagine Joseph was in prison. He did not have hope. Because the time he was looking towards the hope did not come. Because he interpreted dream for somebody and thought that that person will make it out immediately. But the person went to the kingdom and forgot. Why all his hope was lost the Lord caused the king to have a dream. Do you know that if the king had not had a dream, the baker, was it not the baker or the butler? Okay, well, the bee. I can't remember now. The bee, whether the butler or the baker, the bee had forgotten. You will not be forgotten in Jesus' name. That you know, at times there are people you do something for, they forget you. But the occasion that demanded their help will come, they will bring another person to you. And that was what happened to the bee. But God caused Pharaoh to have a dream. And when he had that dream, nobody could interpret it. And Pharaoh was troubled. He was troubled. Who will interpret this dream? Then the bee remembered. I said, I once had a friend who helped me. God also gave Nebuchadnezzar a dream. And they were looking for an interpreter. They remembered what? We will pray the same prayer again. The one that will favor you will receive a dream that will make them to look for you. Lift up your voice and say, Father, give a dream. You know, we prayed almost similar prayer last Sunday. That the one that will favor you should search for you. But today, the one that will favor you will have a dream. That will make them to look for you. Say, Father, that man, that woman, that is assigned to favor me, that is assigned to take me from prison to the palace. Oh Lord, give them a dream. Open your mouth and talk to God. Ask God to give them a dream. Ask God to give them a dream. That man, that woman are sent to favor you. Oh Lord, give them a dream. Give them a dream, oh Lord. Give them a dream. Give them a dream. Oh Lord, give them a dream. In Jesus' name we pray. You will lay your hands on your womb and say, I will not miscarry.
I will not miscarry.
Every child of God is pregnant. That is your vision. Whether physical pregnancy or spiritual pregnancy, no one is good to miscarry. Lift up your voice in faith and in authority. Say, by the authority of God, I demand to my fruitfulness, I will not miscarry. In the name of Jesus Christ, lift up your voice and make that declaration. I will not miscarry. My dream must come to fulfillment. In the name of Jesus Christ. In Jesus' name we pray. This was somebody while we make this declaration. One of the major prayers of Friday was positive words, positive change. Positive what? You are going to pray for the one you are holding. Say, my brother. My brother. I don't need your consent. for this prayer to be answered. But I decree to your life. Every altar of abnormality in your life, I set it on fire. I set it on fire. Open your mouth and pray for that one. Every altar of abnormality. Every altar of abnormality. Every altar of balance. Every altar of balance. Every altar of balance. I set it on fire. In the name of Jesus Christ. I set it on fire. In Jesus' name we pray. And so shall it be. And the last prayer is that you will decree to heaven and say, Heaven, hear my cry. Whatever you have not planted in me, I command them be uprooted. Just open your mouth and pray that prayer. Oh, heavens, whatever it is, we command them be uprooted in the name of Jesus Christ. We command them be uprooted. In Jesus' name we pray. Lift up your voice finally and said, everyone waiting for evil to happen to me, you carry your load. Carry your load. Let them carry their load. Whoever it is, carry your load. If you insist on that negativity, you will be buried by it. And so shall it be. In Jesus' name we pray. Let somebody say it is done. It is done. And so shall it be. Let's have our seats. Good morning and God bless you. Please, by God's grace, our carol night comes up on Tuesday, 6 o'clock. No African time. By God's grace, this new year, anytime we are going to have a program, we start. Whether it is one person, we start. And we close by that time. And I know that God will take over from there.
Amen.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Praise God.
Hallelujah.
This morning we're going to be looking at the second part of who is leading you, which is the implication of God's leading. The implication of God's leading. The implication of God's leading. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
The implication of God's leading. John chapter 5 verse 30. John chapter 5 verse 30. He said, I can of my own self do nothing. As I hear, I judge, and my judgment is just, because I seek not my own will, but the will of the Father which has sent me. Let's quickly look at the book of Luke. chapter 10. Luke chapter 10. Luke chapter 10, verse 3. Luke 10, verse 3. He said, "Go your ways. Behold, I send you forth as what? Lambs among wolves. Go your ways. Behold, I send you forth as lambs among wolves." I have critically been looking at that particular scriptures, and as I've done, I went into the animal territory to discover, to look at more details information, get good details information about wolves. Wolves. If you want to talk about some of the most dangerous predators in the bush, they are one of them. Wolves have categories. They are very dangerous. They are ready to fight with lions. In fact, except lions are in groups, they can't even fight them in the bush. We have wolves, we have the lion, we have the leopard, we have the cheetahs, and we have the bush dog, the one they call hyena. These are dangerous animals in the bush. But among them, I discovered certain things about these wolves. One thing they do is that they go in groups. You don't find them one. And when they find a lion to be one, they eat it up. They go in groups. And God is saying, go forth your ways, that you are a lamb in the midst of what? Wolves. He didn't say one wolf. If you see the scripture there, please can you display it on the board? And let's look the plural form of it. It was described in plural. Wolves. Wolf end with F if it's one. And he said, wolves, lambs among what? Wolves. And critically I began to look at these wolves. What they do is that if they want to attack animals, they have the mothers there, they have the children, and they go after the children. So when God was saying lamb is the small one of the sheep. So which means God is saying, you are in danger. And if we are in danger, then we need His leading. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
If we are in danger on earth, He said, go your ways, I have sent you forth. But you are like a lamb in the midst of what? Wolves. So wherever, no matter, however you look at it, as far as you are on this earth, you are in danger of one trouble or the other. Praise God.
Hallelujah.
And if you are in trouble or in danger of one problem or the other, then you need to hear from Him. You need Him to direct you in your ways. You need Him to take your hands. Look at Jesus Himself saying in John chapter 5 verse 30 that I don't do anything of my own. Let's look at that place again. John 5:30. He said, I can of my own self do what? Nothing. As I hear, I judge. And my judgment is just. Because I seek not my own will, but the will of the Father which has what? Sent me. Whose will do you seek? Whose directions do you want to go? Whose leading do you need? If you read the book of Revelation, let's look at Revelation chapter 3. You read Revelation chapter 2, 3, 2, 7. Let's look at it. Revelation chapter 2. Verse 7. Somebody there?
Revelation 2:7 says, He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the church.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
He that has an ear, the one who made the head, the human being, is saying, he who has an ear. Which means there are some of us who have ears and it's not functioning. Praise the Lord. He who has an ear, it didn't just say it in just one place. In Revelation 2:11, it said the same thing. Look at it. 2:11. He that has an ear, let him what? Hear. What? The Spirit. The Spirit. Look at also Revelation 2:17. 2:17 is saying the same thing. If you go to 3, it's saying the same thing. If you go to 8, he who has an ear, he who has an ear, he who has an ear, tell yourself, I have an ear. And I will hear what the Spirit is saying. Say it loudly and clear.
I have an ear, and I will hear what the Spirit is saying.
Praise God.
Hallelujah.
And in the course of this study, I discovered, brethren, that there are 3 major problems of men. 3 what? Major problems of men. 3. And they come consecutively. Matthew chapter 7. Matthew chapter 7, verse 24. Therefore, whosoever heareth this saying of mine and doeth what? Them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon what?
Rock.
And the rain descended, and the flood came, and the wind blew. Yesterday, so many things happened. This week, the rain has been falling. How many of us took note?
Yes.
And if you watch the telly very well, after the rain came so many floods. In some part of Spain, what was the name called? Granada. You see car. The car you park outside before you came. It has been carried away. Why some homes were littered with flood? Now, did you take note of yesterday? The way the wind blew. And today there is no rain. The rain fell, the flood came, and the wind. These are 3 major problems that can encompass every living being in different forms or the other. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
It will come in different forms. If it's coming in marriage, it will come in different form. If it's coming in health, it's coming in different form. If it's coming in finances, it's coming in what? In different forms. The rain will first fall, and the flood will follow. And when the flood follow, the wind will what? Come. But he said, if you hear me, if you what? Hear me, then you will be likened unto a wise man. Though the rain will come, it will not have effect on you. Though the flood will come, it will not have effect on you. And the wind will blow, it will not have effect on you. On the ground that you will hear the saying, praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
That's why every child of God is expected to hear the saying of his father. Otherwise, troubles will come. And most of these sayings are what? Embedded in his rules and regulations. There are some of us here. Acts chapter 19. Acts chapter 19. Acts chapter 19. Let's read from verse 21. Acts chapter 19, from verse 21. It said, after these things were ended, we don't want to look at those things that have ended, some miraculous encountered, and the sons of Scevas used the name of Jesus that Paul preached to cast out demons. They were beaten, and miraculous works happened. But after this were ended, Paul proposed in where? In the Spirit. Let's look at that Spirit very well. The Spirit started with what? Small letter S. This is a great man of God who hears God all the time. Oh, at one time, the Spirit told them and said, don't go to so place. And when they stopped, they did not go to so place. A man from Macedonia shouted and said, he had a dream, and a man from Macedonia said, why not come over this place? The Spirit led them and he went. He did a lot of things. But now, he's not proposing in his own what? Spirit. In his own spirit. Yes. Your own personal spirit. You know, every human being here is made up of spirit, soul, and what? Body. So, in his own spirit, he proposed. When he had passed through Macedonia and Agar to go to where? Jerusalem. You know, it was the Spirit that took him to Macedonia, and he came to Agar. Now he now proposed and said, I've done a lot of work, let me go and rest. And he said, I want to go to where? Jerusalem. Saying, after I have been there, I must also see God. Hallelujah. So he took a decision. I want us to go to Acts chapter 21. Here he proposed in his spirit. Then let's see what happened in Acts chapter 21 from verse 3. We're going to read from verse 3 to 20 to 13. Acts chapter 21. Now when we had discovered Cyprus, we left it on the left hand and sailed into where? Syria. And landed at Tyre, for there the ship was to unlay her burden. And finding disciples, we tarried here 7 days, who said to Paul through the Spirit. Now look at the Spirit there. What is the writing of the Spirit there? With capital letter S, telling you of the Holy Spirit. Of who? The Holy Spirit. And finding disciples, we tarried there 7 what? Days. Who said to Paul through the Spirit, through the Holy Spirit, that he should not go up to where? Jerusalem. He has decided in his heart, I am going to Jerusalem. And the Holy Spirit is telling him, don't go to where? Jerusalem. There are some of us here. They will tell you by prophecy, don't do this thing. Because of the hardness of your heart, you will want to do it. Hardness of the heart. This thing is not good. Don't do it. You say, no. This is what I want to watch. And let's look at what happened so far. And when he has accomplished, I think, okay, verse 4, right?
5.
Now to 5. And when he had accomplished those days, we departed and went our way, and they all brought us on our way with wives and children, till we were out of the city, and we knelt down on the shore and prayed. And when we had taken our leave on one of another, we took ship and they returned home again. And when we had finished our course from Tyre, we came to Ptolemais, and saluted the brethren, and abode with them 1 day. And the next day, we that were of Paul's company departed and came unto Caesarea. And we entered into the house of Philip the evangelist, which was one of the 7 and abode with him. And the same man had 4 daughters, virgins, which did prophesy. And we tarried there many days. There came down from Judea a certain what? Prophet, named Agabus. And when he was come unto us, he took us girdle and bound his own hands and feet, and said, Thus saith the Holy Ghost, so shall the Jews at Jerusalem bind the man that owneth this girdle, and shall deliver him into the house of the Gentiles. The house of what? The Gentiles. And when we heard these things, both we and they of that place besought him not to go up to where? Jerusalem. Then Paul answered, What mean ye to weep and to break my heart? For I am ready not to be bound only, but also to die at Jerusalem for the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
The Spirit spoke the second time. The person who has this birth will suffer. God is telling you, this thing, don't do this. I've told us a story of a young girl those days who came to his pastor and said, Pastor, my friends are laughing at me. Pastor said, over what? He said, they said, my chest is too small. And it's because nobody is, and it's because I don't have a boyfriend. Pastor said, who is deceiving you? Don't try it. If they want to let them laugh. No, Pastor, no. Pastor warned. This small girl did not hear. And they decided to listen to the saying of his of our friends. And the first man that this small girl went to sleep with has HIV. And that was how she contacted HIV. Are you here? They are always telling you this thing is wrong. Don't do it. And you keep them here. There is always a problem with it. God can speak and you refuse and you will not suffer. Praise the Lord. Each time God tells you don't do it and you do, you will suffer. Because there is a way that seemeth right to what happened to end thereof is what? Death, destruction. So let's look at the story of Paul as we go. Then Paul answered, what mean ye? To weep and to break my heart. Let's look at Acts chapter 21 from verse 33, because we will not afford to read everything here. From let's read from 20. Let's read it from 21. And they are informed of thee that thou teachest all the Jews which are among the Gentiles to forsake Moses, saying that they ought not to circumcise their children, neither to walk after the custom. What is it therefore? The multitude must need come together, for they will hear that thou art come. Do therefore this that we say to thee. We have 4 men which have a vow on them. They take and purify themselves with them, and be at charge with them, that they may shave their heads, and all may know that those things whereof they were informed concerning thee are nothing, but that thou thyself also walkest orderly and keepest the law. Please, let's go back so that you will understand better what happened here. Because when he landed Jerusalem, let's read from 18 so that you can get a better understanding.
And the day following, Paul went in with us into James, and all the elders were present. And when he had saluted them, he declared particularly what things God has wrought among the Gentiles by his ministry. And when they heard it, they glorified the Lord and said unto him, Thou seest, brother, how many thousands of Jews there which believe, and they are all zealous of the Lord. And they are informed of thee, that thou teachest all the Jews which are among the Gentiles to forsake Moses, saying, and they came to, let's go front, we read that part now. I want you to see what happened to Paul. 25. As touching the Gentiles which believe, we have written and concluded that they observe no such thing, save only that they keep themselves from things offered to idols, and from blood, and from strangle, and from fornication. Therefore took the men, and the next day purifying himself with them, entered into the temple to signify the accomplishment of the days of their purification, until that an offering should be offered for every one of them. And when the 7 days were complete, almost ended, the Jews which were in Asia, when they saw him in the temple, stirred up all the people and laid hands on him, cried out, Men of Israel, heard, this is the man that teaches all men everywhere against the people and the law and this place, and further brought Greek also into the temple, and had polluted this holy place. For they had seen before with him in the city Trophimus, an Ephesian, whom they supposed that Paul had brought into what? The temple. And all the city was moved, and the people ran together, and they took Paul and drew him out of the temple, and forthwith the doors were what? Shut. And as they went about to kill him, tidings came unto the chief captain of the band that all Jerusalem was what? In an uproar, who immediately took soldiers and centurions and ran down unto them. And when they saw the chief captain and the soldier, they left beating of Paul. Then the chief captain came near and took him and commanded him to be bound with what? 2 chains, and demanded who he was and what he had what done. I want to explain this place because the verse was too long from 21 down, so I wanted to jump something. Now this was Paul, from whose body a lot of miracles went. Handkerchief was taken from his body. He was commanding what? Authority. He was commanding honor. He was moving, and people respected him. From all angles, that was Paul. But suddenly, he decided to go on his own way. He decided to disregard the saying of the Holy Spirit. And he said, I must go to Jerusalem. Immediately he got to Jerusalem, they welcomed him. But after that, they told him and said, okay, you know, say you come. There are certain things you told us that now we want you to come to the temple. But you must be sanctified as purification has to be done to you so that people will not just think that you are against the law. Because the day you begin to say you have known it all, the day you begin to say the Holy Spirit cannot control you, God cannot control you, you are bound to suffer. Because every man that forsakes the leading of God will miss his direction. So Paul decided to do purification as the Gentile does. While he was there 7 days in the temple, the enemy heard that he was there. And they began to beat him like football. Everyone that wants to suffer will not listen to God. I pray that none of us will suffer in Jesus' name. Yeah. Paul was beaten. If you look at his story from that point, that was where the suffering of Paul began. To the extent, 21 men vowed and said, until we kill him, we will neither eat nor what? Drink. They made a vow. But they could not kill him because God stood for him. There are times we take decisions that God has not signed for us. The end will always be what? Suffering. So if you want to enjoy life, brethren, obey the commandment of what? God. If you want to live a life of upliftment, brethren, hear the saying of the Lord. If you want to excel in life and be an enviable man of your destiny, then you must learn to hear from God. From there, Paul suffered. Paul suffered. He was being moved from one place to the other. He entered shipwreck. You know that after that moment, the problem of Paul was not again to witness. It was how he could rescue his own destiny. Go and check the Bible. If you read it from that point down, it was from one court to the other, trying to defend himself, not even to preach the gospel. Each time he represented preaching the gospel, someone would just say, I said, oh, if not, I would have given my life. But he never won any soul again. The miraculous signs and wonder did not come again. And each time you begin to see yourself in that angle, know that you have kicked against the law. And I pray that every one of us here will not go astray. Amen. In the name of Jesus Christ. Can we stand on our feet? We are going to talk to God. Because I discovered that if you cannot be directed, you cannot be corrected. Any man that cannot be directed cannot be what? Corrected. Only those that ask questions that will get answers. If God cannot direct you, He can correct you. And I pray that God will correct you. I want you to talk to God and say, Father, help me. I want to follow your leading. I don't want to go astray. In whatever areas of my life, I don't want to go astray. Put your mouth and talk to Him. That you will never neglect the saying of the Holy Spirit. Talk to Him. That you will never neglect the saying of the Holy Spirit. Thank you, precious Father. For in Jesus' most precious name we pray. If you don't have Christ in your life, there is no way the Holy Spirit can lead you. You are here, you know that you are not born again. There is still hope before this 2020